What up, Brad here. Welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. Today we're doing like a tutorial of sorts, I suppose, on super attack. Because I want to show you guys what it is to have super attack 10 or super attack 5, whatever else, what it actually means for your character, to show you a little bit of, you know, how strong are they, how strong aren't they, does it matter that much, whatever else. And also, like how to feed into a character to raise their super attack level, depending on what the character is. So we'll go through mine real quick, just because it's the easiest way to show you. So I have super attack 10 Hercule, right? I have super attack 10 androids, and I have super attack 10 Piccolo, like LRs. So when you go down here, see I have like the androids ready to awaken again with another max super attack, which means they're super attack 10 here. So basically, if you go into this, and say I was to do all these events that you gotta do for them, to awaken them, and they're at super attack 10, then I would feed them into my other android's LR. Boom, super attack 20. That's the most common way to do that guy. I'm going to show you a more advanced, I guess. So if we go down here, this one took a lot of work. I want you guys to know, before I get to the character, I want you guys to know, you got to be ready to commit. If you're going to grind a super attack level that's from a farmable unit that you have to like awaken and everything, so like this Trunks right down here, right? That was a lot of work to get that many UR Trunks. Just so you know. Just be ready for a hell of a grind if you're going to do it. I saved the final one to show you guys. I did this for every single one of them, including the Elder Kai. So we're going to awaken this final Trunks, just to show you guys how it all works and everything. I really hope my mic's working, man. This is like 2 weeks of work. Literally, it's like, I bet you I spent 2 hours a day on this. Too much work, man, too much work. But I wouldn't do it unless it was for a good unit. And I'll show you why in a second, why he's a good unit. So we want to train him up now. So now you're going to take your unit. Again, you got to do a lot of research on this. Don't just grind up a unit that much and just hope it's going to work. You got to do a lot of research. So if we go into this guy, right? He's super attack 1, as you can see right here. We're going to go into this, and I have all of these Trunks ready to go. You need 9. Because you want super attack 10, he's already at super attack 1. So you just add 1 onto 9. Alright. But we're ready to go. So we just do 4, 5 of those. Which is honestly still crazy to me that I fucking did that. Mind you, he started out as a TUR, and then I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. To be 100% honest with you guys, the only really hard part was grinding up his specific medals from that one mission in the event. There's medals that have his face on it, and it's like ridiculous. Took forever. The Elder Kais are a pain in the butt because you need a lot of Baba points. But aside from that, no big deal. Alright. So he goes to super attack 6. Right? Okay, 1.5 times, whatever, you get it. Say fantastic on that 1.5 times. And then you just do that. Okay? Woo! Man. That's a lot of work. It feels like a lot of work down the drain, but this Trunks is so good. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Okay. So got you plus 4 on that guy. I'm going to go right here real quick. I'm just going to do this for my own thing, so when I'm done with this video, I can just jump out real quick. We're going to TUR him. So basically, when he's in this awakened state, the TUR state, level 120 out of 120, if you have a Hourglass, the little green guy, you can reverse him back down to raise his super attack and then Dokkan him back up. You don't have to get his medals again. I'm actually going to Dokkan this guy too. I just bought the one with the red stone, so we're just going to bring him back too. Just while we're here, why not? Okay, so when it comes to all these super attack levels, what do they mean? Alright, so when we go to our character list again, so you'll notice how it says causes colossal damage with a rare chance to stun enemy. Right, and then you go over here, and it causes immense damage. And you're probably thinking, like, what does that mean? Well, I got this little chart here, and it's not a very nice image. It's the only one I could find online that was like a reliable source. So when you open this guy, I know it's ugly, and there's like little stars and stuff in the background. I don't know who designed the website, but whatever. You get it. So when you have huge and destructive, you have extreme and mass. They're on the same levels together. Supreme, immense, colossal, mega-colossal. So you go to LRs, right? LRs have colossal damage, which is pretty good. You get down to, I believe right here would be the range of 20, where this dark line is at. Ah, shit. See, I cut out the part that said like 10. I didn't even realize I did that. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so at 10, Mega-colossal is 440% boost, right? Colossal is a 345% boost, and Immense is a 505% boost. So, when everybody going around telling you LRs are so much better, they're definitely better at Super Attack 20. So, I think once you get to Super Attack 17, which is 510% right down here, I can't really show you, but the 510% underneath Mega-colossal. And just so you know, Mega-colossal only activates when you get your 18 key super. Keep that in mind. Because it's colossal damage, and then it's Mega-colossal when you get your 18 key super. I'm like pretty sure of that. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. And I probably won't correct it, but you can just let me know. So you have all the legendaries have colossal damage. So to an extent, when you have a unit like Gogeta, when they have a good passive that is like 120% plus, they're gonna be pretty much better. That's just how it is. Okay, so ways of raising your super attack, right? So like I have this Hercule, and he's 10 out of 20. I did not mean to double click there. My hand just like okay. So he's super attack 10 out of 20, right? So if you go down here to all of my little tiny guys, the further you get down, it's crazy the units you like never see. So I have a secondary Hercule right here. That's 6 out of 10. So I've either gotten that Hercule enough times to raise a super attack, or I've raised other units. And I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. I meant to click training, not character list. So if we go back down to that same guy, so I'm using a mouse, so bear with me here. But if we go right here, and you see how we have a 1%, a 5%, and a 1%. So this is pretty much the best you can do for Hercule. There's a couple other characters that are pretty rare to get that'll raise a super attack besides the one that gets from Friend Summon. There's a couple other ones. I honestly, like, it may sound weird to you guys. I go with this 5% every time it pops up in Friend Summon. I raise them all up to 5%. We're actually going to raise the other two up while we're here real quick then, because I want to show you guys that sometimes it can work. I'll admit it's rare. I'm not going to tell you it's every day. No. But I've gotten a couple. I've probably gotten 4 or 5 from that. Okay, this is a bit ridiculous. This needs to stop resetting me to the top. We're just going to do this. This is ridiculous, dude. Like, it's too much to scroll down on a mouse. So we'll just give him a Gohan. Don't really need Gohan. They're super easy, obviously, to level up. It doesn't take anything. Alright. So we got him up there now. It's a bit of a tedious act, and you got to have a lot of items and stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't think I can just like, oh yeah, hey, look how much better I am than this shit. It's like, no, of course not. Alright, so you're already raised up. Be careful not to click auto though, because it'll take your other Hercules, and it's like you don't want that, man. And like I said, this seems tedious. I know he's already super attack 20 or level 20, super attack 20. He's already super attack 20. I know this seems tedious, but I've had it work before, and it's one of the most clutch things ever. Like, when it does work, it's one of the best. Seriously. Costs a little bit of extra money, whatever, man. It's like 20,000 bucks. Not that big a deal. Once you start getting far, it doesn't even matter. Hercule's big bucks, dude. Like, it costs 3,000 bucks, not even 20,000. So, and I feel bad blocking off Gogeta with that nasty little PNG image or whatever. Just chill. Alright, so we're going to go to some training now. I think I was already in training, but we're fine. Now I was in Awaken. See, so now these all have a 5% boost. I do them one at a time. You can do all 3 of them. But I like to see if it happens, and I get like hype. I'm like, woo, dude, hell yeah, man. Like, come on. I want one of these to work so I can show you. Because it's such a clutch moment. Like, it's so just... It's like, hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Ah, it's not gonna work. No. And you can see I'm still pulling androids even after I like have all the 20 super attacks for androids. So that's cool. But didn't work. I actually got a 1% boost to work the first time I ever did that. So that's probably why I'm like, hey, this is freaking awesome, dude. Like, that's probably why I'm like that. There's a couple other units that you can raise using each other. Basically, the general rule is they have to be the same character, but not identical, to be able to go into it. You know what I mean? You can have identical ones. Identical ones raised by 100%. The same ones raised by 50% unless they're a UR, then it's 100%. So what I mean by that, take this new Boo that I have right here, right? Not that one. I have that Boo, this Boo. So take this Boo right here, right? So I have him. If I wanted to raise his super attack, the UR one gives me 100%. But the SSR one only gives me a 50%. And you're thinking, why is that? And because more grinding. I don't know, man. Dokkan wants you to grind more. So that's why. So yeah, you can use that Boo specifically to raise up any Boo's super attack. So like example, I don't think I can actually show you with this guy right here, with Ultimate Boo, but like he basically, I raise his super attack using that Boo, because they're basically the same thing. And that's a pretty easy one, honestly, to get. The Trunks that I did was like a pain in the ass, because you got to raise them all the way up. And it's okay, so I 100% think it's worth it, but there's sometimes you gotta look at your unit and be like, is that worth putting Elder Kais into? Is it worth any of that stuff? So take like this guy. Basically, he used to be amazing, and I'm sure he will be amazing again soon, because he's gonna be getting a Z Awakening and stuff like that. We gotta get to Goku's first. It's gonna be a couple months. Don't sweat it yet, alright? But when you look down here, it causes mass damage. So you go over to Extreme and Mass are linked together. So at his possible most, right? What is that? 370%. That's it, or 355%. At his absolute most, that's a 355% boost. So that's why you probably think like, oh man, this guy's not hitting very hard. Obviously, if you put him into the hidden potential system, he's still decent. If you need somebody for the world tournament, definitely still decent. Not amazing or anything like that. He'll never hit like a truck until the Z Awakening comes out. That's just how it is. But you gotta look at these guys and be like, okay, should I put my Elder Kais into this? I would say anybody that is a 48 on their cost, yes. Put your Elder Kais in immediately. If you have units like this that have a farmable, easily farmable super, he was in the Goku and Friends event. Easily farmable super, he hits for over 1 million on Goku's team. Easily 100% worth it. And yeah, that's not even an issue to argue. Like, because if the farmable card drops at SSR, 100% worth farming it to do it. If it drops at SR, step back and look a little bit and be like, do I want to put a lot of work into this to raise this super attack? Because SR, you'll ever get a max of 5%, or I think you'll ever get a max of 1 or 5%. I don't think you'll ever get 50% on SR, like raising the chances of raising it. So there's just ways to do it. One big tip for you is I would say never, ever, ever, ever use a unit to raise another units that you're going to use. So, like, I have this cooler, right? I have Final Form Cooler, his attack, he's not very good. But when I pulled Physical Cooler, I wasn't going to use his super attack to raise his. That's just a bad idea. Anybody that's over, like, a 30 cost is probably just worth keeping, because they can at least be decent. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like, this Beerus isn't good, but I'm not going to feed him into the tech one just because, or vice versa, you know what I mean? Because it's nice to have the two separate units, they fit on the two separate teams. It's just never worth the extra SA. As you can see over here with the breakdowns, let's say you're SA 1, and you really just want a stronger Beerus. Okay, well, say you did get the SA raise, which can be sometimes tough, you know, you got to raise them all as you are, and then you only get a 20% boost in your super attack. Or no, you get a 25% boost in your super attack. That's not really worth it, in my opinion. Just my opinion. If you want to do it, feel free. There's a couple units like this guy that have farmable supers in the versions of other Gotenks. So you'll have a Goten and a Trunks that drop from summons sometimes, and they turn into this guy, and you can raise a super attack. I think that's probably worth it. But in the end, there's certain units that are just so good at that moment, I don't want to wait 3 or 4 months till I get enough summons for them to pop up. Again, it all comes down to personal preference. Do what you want to do. I've been I raised the super attack of really, 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 really strong units first. So like, I'm going to do this tech Gotenks, I'm going to do Gogeta, I'm going to do him. I already got my androids ready to go. I got almost all my Hercules. Piccolo's going to be a pain in the ass, but we'll figure him out, I guess, as we go along. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. Use Elder Kais on the 48 cost and some of the 42 cost units if you're going to really use them, like that Gotenks. Just look at their SA attack. If it's Supreme, odds are they're decent. If it's like Extreme or Mass, sorry, I forget Extreme or Mass is just a weird of thing. If it's extreme or mass, probably not worth raising their super attack level. Unless they have some crazy passive ability, or you want them to be a nuker, or something along those lines. Then you can probably make it work, but 99% of the time, it's just not really going to be worth it. But yeah, that's a general breakdown of SA. If you have any questions for me, let me know down below, and I'll get to as many as I can. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you so much. And hopefully you'll learn how super attack works. To an extent. I know I'm not the best teacher in the world, but I think I have enough knowledge in Dokkan to show you it. So if you did enjoy, make sure you leave me a like, and a subscription is awesome. And yeah, deuces.